All right. Hey, this is Jeremy, and this is Thursday's 5 for 5. So, several years ago, when I was serving as a student pastor in another church, we used to have this week-long youth revival type thing every summer, and we would bring in guest speakers. Well, one year we brought in a guest speaker, and myself, the guest speaker, and a buddy of ours from my church, we all went out for lunch. Well, as the waitress was bringing our food, we knew we were about to pray. So the guest speaker asked the waitress, hey, how can we pray for you? How can I pray for you? Well, right there on the spot, the waitress broke down and she said, well, my car is messed up. I barely made it here. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it home. And I don't really have money to fix it. Well, the buddy that we brought from church, he was actually an auto mechanic. And he said, well, I can take a look at your car for you. And he was able to look at it. And he decided that he could fix it right there in the restaurant parking lot. Well, me and the guest speaker, we ended up giving this waitress a ride home. And on the way home, we shared with her about Jesus. And guess what? She placed her faith in Jesus in her driveway. Wow. She ended up becoming a part of our church and she got baptized. That's amazing. And it all went to this simple question, 6 words. How can I pray for you? Now, I've asked this question to a lot of people I know, people I don't know, and guess what? No one's ever gotten mad at me for asking, how can I pray for you? Now, I've had some people say, well, I don't really have anything for you to pray about, and that's fine, but I've never had anyone get mad at me. In fact, when you ask someone, how can I pray for you, you're inviting them into your relationship with Jesus, saying, hey, how can I invite you to be a part of my relationship with Jesus? You're introducing them to Jesus. It's a testimony that you believe in God, that you trust God enough to spend time in prayer. And you're making this person feel that they are important, that they are significant, because they are. God desires for all people to know Him. We read about that in 1 Timothy chapter 2. In fact, right there at the beginning of that chapter, Paul is giving instructions to Timothy on how to be a leader of the church. And in verse 1, he says, first of all, I urge you to pray for all people. Ask God to help them. Intercede for them on their behalf. And thank God for them. For all people. Because then later in verse 4, like I said, he would go on to say, because God desires for all people to know Him, to be saved. Well, that means everyone we come in contact with is a chance, an opportunity for us to say, how can I pray for you? Wow. It's so easy and it's so powerful. Hey, try it today. Maybe with a coworker. Hey, you know what? I pray every day. I want to know, how can I pray for you? How can I pray for your family? It's a great way to start a spiritual conversation with someone. Or maybe somebody you meet, a cashier or a waitress or waiter. How can I pray for you? A neighbor. Maybe even a close relationship with you have. Maybe with your spouse, like, hey, how can I pray for you today? Wow, that just bonds y'all's marriage even more for the other person to know that you're praying for them. Or your kids, hey, how can I pray for you guys today? And it starts a great conversation. 6 easy words, it's a question. How can I pray for you? Hey, while I'm asking this, let me ask you, how can I pray for you? If you've got any prayer requests, any way that I can pray for you, I would love for you to reach out to me. My email is jeremy@fbcislands.com. I hope you have a great day. See ya.